So we're gonna play What Drugs is Rhino on tonight? Crack, cocaine, opiates, tweet. I don't know, man. You guys are funny though. Shit cracks me up. Now we're gonna play. We're gonna talk about the Methadone Clinic and the years I wasted there. I'd say it was probably 4, but it could have been 7. I'm bad with years and remembering stuff, so it could have been 7 years. And my doctor had shut down shop after they passed all the new laws, and they weren't prescribing nobody no more painkillers, and he just quit. I mean, that was pretty much his business, you know. So he gave me 2 scripts and said good luck. So I just handled it for a few weeks, and then by the time the pills ran out, whew, I was at about 10 80 milligram oxycontins a day. So I tried to get down to 6 before I had to cut, just cold turkey it. But I cold turkey it, and the day 1 was like okay, but day 2, day 3, I couldn't do it, man. And instead of Friday, I went to the clinic on Monday because they weren't open on the weekend, or they open on the weekend, but not for new patients, and they weren't going to give me my juice, so I had to wait. But anyway, I go there for, like I said, 4 to 7 years. I don't know exactly, but I eventually get into an altercation there. Some dude cut lines. He's all hair on out. Thinks he's sicker than everybody else, so he's gonna jump line. I told him nobody else is gonna say shit. I was like second or third, so it wouldn't even really bother me. But I told him, hey, you got to get back in line, man. Get back behind all these people. And he looked at me, and said, "What are you gonna do, punk?" It's just some things you don't say to people, And there was no more words after that. He was laying on the ground with a bloody mouth. Everybody all screaming like they never seen a dude get hit in the face before. It was just a mess, Police came. I got put in the back of the car. Took an hour and a half to figure out. First he wanted to press charges, then he didn't want to press charges, and he didn't press charges. But the dude that ran the clinic came down. He's like, hey, 2 weeks, you're out. And I was like, damn. I'm at 90 milligrams right now. How am I going to cut that in 2 weeks? Well, they cut it for me, so it went like 20, 20, and 10, 10. It was ridiculous. All the way down to 1. I went in for my last 1 milligram. That's how much this shit was in my brain about getting sick. So, done. Methadone's done. Everything's done. I got like a bottle of tramadol. I think's gonna help. I mean, it laid off a little bit of the edge, but I was taking 10 of those at a time, and that didn't last. So after that, it was just cold turkey from there on out. Nothing. Just straight up cold turkey. I'm always eat apple before I do a video. Yeah, cold turkey, man. And I think I went 2 weeks just miserable. I had work too. Got up and worked. Came home. Was just dead. miserable. So fast forward about 6 months, I break my foot at the gym, and then I'm back in the doctor's office, and I try to get a refill. He gave me a refill and said, "You got to apply for pain management and go to pain management now." So I did all that. I'm going there about 2 years, and I get a call in the office. I'm getting kicked out of pain management. They said it's been 6 urine tests in a row that I've tested positive only for marijuana. Pills ran out or whatever, they were gone. So I wasn't taking any. And he said, "We think you're selling them and yada yada yada. We're going to give you Suboxone for, I don't know, it was like a month." But I didn't really take it because I was already used to stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And then like a month goes by and I just get those cravings, and so I take this Suboxone, do Suboxone for like a month. But it never, you know, never really hit the spot, and I kind of after that was done with painkillers, Been about 6-7 months now, and I don't think I'll go back. The benzos are hard for me, honestly, because I have a hard time sleeping. Look, I'm up in the middle of the night outside, screaming into my phone like a J-cat. Probably tripping the neighbors the fuck out. But whatever, it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you one thing or a couple things I learned at that methadone clinic, man, is not to judge people, man. Not to judge and have empathy for others. Two things that I didn't. Well, I did judge, and I didn't have empathy for nobody. I figured, like, my thinking was always, you know what, you're killing yourself with drugs. There's a 5-year-old girl dying of cancer. You should have to switch places. That was my thought. Because one time I was in a Little Caesars Pizza, and there's a little girl that, you could tell she had cancer. She was bald, eyebrows, bald. But she was in that little Caesars, happy as hell. And I was in there on the phone bitching about something, you know what I mean? And then I stopped and watched her, and I just hung up the phone, and I walked out. I couldn't watch, man. I was seriously, like, affected by it. She made me feel some kind of way, how happy she was. Like, she didn't even think about the fact that her body's getting ravaged by that crazy disease. She was just happy she was getting pizza, And I was probably bitching because my hat didn't match my socks or something stupid, So everything happens for a reason, Kicking methadone, though, it's not fun, but you could do it. You can stop. Like I said, I was there for years. Don't think you can't. It's gonna be hard. There ain't no magic pill you could take, wake up, and be normal again. That's not how it happens. If it wasn't for pain, then how would we know what joy felt like? It's just that simple. And always be happy for what you have. Because I don't know if that little girl's still even around, man. This is years ago. And crazy ass diseases in the air. One day at a time. Love the people that you're with, man. Love the people that you're with. Los vemos.